Hello, my wonderful, amazing artists. It's me, Miss Abby, and today we're going to focus our observation skills and draw an object from our homes. This type of art making is called a still life. That's different than a portrait or a character or drawing of an animal. A still life is a drawing of an object kicking around your home that doesn't move and is kind of small, like this. Or in my case, I decided to draw my roller skate. And we're going to draw it twice. The first way, blind contour drawing. The second way is through observation. Then I'm going to show you how to color it in. Let's get into it. For this project, you're going to need paper, pencils, some drawing tools, and our growth mindset, because this is going to be outside of some of our comfort zones. If we're a perfectionist, if we have an inner critic that likes to yell at us and point out all of the imperfections that we make inside of our brain, we can't listen to that bully. We gotta focus on doing our best and really making the best drawing we can. Think like beautiful oops. And so we're going to start with pencil first because we can erase, but I'll be using markers so that it's easier for you guys to see. But I recommend pencils so you can erase. And remember, the lighter you draw, the easier it is to erase. Let's get into it. First things first, we're going to pick an object to draw. I picked my skate because it's a pretty simple shape and I look at it every day. But could just have as easily picked up this paint bottle or a toy or, like a plant in my room or a seashell. Whatever you got lying around that you look at all day, pull it out. Still life means that it's something small enough that you can pick up and it doesn't go anywhere. So if I were to draw my cat, Norma Desmond, would that be a still life? No, it wouldn't. She moves around sometimes. Most of the time she is sleeping. But yes, I'm drawing my skate today. And the first way we're going to do two drawings. The first one is blind contour drawing. These get pretty crazy and pretty silly. We're going to bring our growth mindset. This is kind of like, remember when we read Beautiful Oops? And the artist who made those drawings transformed like rips and cracks into things that are amazing to make amazing stuff. We're going to do that today for our first drawing. Blind contour has two rules. The first rule is that you spend all your time looking at the subject you're drawing and no time looking down at your paper. The second rule is that you don't pick up your pen from the paper. And this, a lot of artists use this as a kind of like a warm-up, a way to really help focus your observation skills and help you slow down and focus on what you're drawing and the details of what's right in front of you. Because this skate is unique and it doesn't have the same shapes as other skates. And doing blind contour will really help you draw. So here's my blind contour drawing of my skate. And this is kind of like, in gym class with your gym teacher, you probably do stretches and warm-ups before diving into a game. And this is kind of that same thing for artists. A lot of artists do warm-ups like this, and it really warms up our observational skills. And so now I'm going to use a different color so you can see. But I actually recommend using a pencil. Do you know why? Because you can erase, that's right. I'm just doing this because it's easy to see. And you'll see, I'm going to carry over my observation skills from the contour drawing to draw the skate again. And I know it'll be better than if I never did it. This is drawing number 2. For this drawing, we are taking kind of the observation skills we learned with our blind contour. We're all warmed up and we're ready to focus in and observe. And now we're going to create a really good observational drawing of our object. And I'm still going to follow, and I'm going to follow the same idea when I did my contour drawing, which was to pick a spot and follow that line. After doing all of that blind contour drawing, when I started this, I was totally warmed up, focused, and ready to start drawing and slowing down and following all of those lines and details. Now, I decided to challenge myself and use a marker so that I wouldn't erase and would have to work with whatever lines you put down. That's totally fine if you want to try that too. It's pretty fun. But if you are more perfectionist, if you know yourself and you know maybe you get like a little upset when you don't things don't go perfectly, then I recommend the eraser, because then you can just erase and, you know, draw really lightly. Whereas today I was feeling like, no, I want to be bold. I want to be a little brave and work with what I got. And so that's why I picked out my marker. And now that we've done our lines, for our observation drawing, we are going to take out our handy dandy, or I'm going to take out, we're going to use our color wheel to help us make our choices for what colors to color it in. And I'd like you to pick at least 2 colors, contrasting colors. So we know a little bit about color mixing, and that we have our primaries, red, yellow, and blue. Those are the colors we use to mix together our secondary colors. Like red and blue make purple, and yellow and blue make green, and red and yellow make orange. So we're going to, and this is a color wheel. It's like a map for the colors, and we're going to pick contrasting colors, 2 of them. So I started with so that means we're going to pick 1 color. I'm starting with purple. And we're going to go and follow the tip of this arrow and see what color is opposite. In my case, it's yellow. So purple and yellow it is. But maybe you picked blue. Opposite, that's orange. Maybe you picked red. Opposite, that's green. See? So we're picking contrasting colors. And contrasting at its core means that the colors shine up really bright next to each other. Purple and green, to use my example, really kind of opposite looking colors. Really bright. That's different than if you held complementary colors. Like blue and green. They kind of fade into each other, don't they? Or blue, yellow, and green. Also, they kind of fade into each other. That's different than when you put these 2 together. So, let's get into it. Pick 2 colors that are kind of bright, kind of loud, kind of clashy. And let's give it a try. Ta-da! Here's my skate all colored in. And I had some fun experimenting with my contrasting colors. Purple and yellow remind me of the LA Lakers, which is kind of crazy and fun. And it was fun coloring it in. And I really feel inspired right now to like continue making more drawings of my skate. I think I'm slowly becoming an expert in drawing my skate. And I know whatever object you choose for your still life, you'll become an expert in too, whether it's a shoe, a hat, a favorite toy, a treasure, or an object lying around your house that's not really special at all. It doesn't really matter what you choose. It's always going to look awesome because you drew it, and you can choose and customize the colors. So, I would love to see you try this. Remember the steps: blind contour, crazy drawing warm-up. And for that one, the rules are you can't pick up your pen and you can't look down at your paper while you're drawing. Second is an observation drawing where you can look at your paper and you're going to slow down and really observe every single detail and line in your drawing. Second, we're going to color in, and then after we get all our line work drawn, we are going to color in using contrasting colors. Colors that bounce up against each other on the color wheel. Opposites, like yellow and purple and blue and orange and red and green are opposites on the color wheel. And they're bright and contrasty, and they're really punchy. And you should give it a try. I would love to see what you come up with. I know that this is going to make us really good at drawing from observation from our own lives. Bye. Have fun making art.